The sun's activity is at an extreme today. It might be dangerous.
We won't be getting any good results by searching for uranium this way. This is tedious.
Ashley, this is our lucky day. My sensors are picking up a larger underground uranium deposit. I've marked it on our map.
Excellent. Let's go there immediately.
The sun's activity is decreasing. Heat and radiation levels are returning back to normal. Research completed.
There's a lot of creatures around this area. We won't be getting to that uranium without a fight.
You can search for uranium elsewhere, but that's probably going to take more time. You can fight these creatures, or you can try to figure out a different solution.
Thank you for the advice, Mr. Riggs. That's very helpful. We've gathered enough uranium samples. We have to search for larger uranium ore deposits that can be mined autonomously. Now that we know the type of uranium ore that is present in this area, we should download the appropriate uranium handling technology to be ready to set up a mining outpost.
Ashley, we can use the radiation signature of the uranium ore that we've gathered to count. digital scanner to search for more significant deposits.
It's like following a breadcrumb trail, but I feel that we're getting closer.
The wind is picking up. There's a dense dust storm visible on the horizon. I hate dust storms.
A new technology has been developed.
New blueprints. Research completed. Are available for crafting.
The weather is clearing up. I can see everything again. Let's hope this doesn't happen again too soon.
Technology.
Mr. Riggs, are you seeing this? The entire horizon is turning purple.
Affirmative, Ashley. It is a large pollen cloud. My sensors picked it up days ago, but it was not classified as a point of interest.
How big is this cloud? Where is it coming from?
It spans a few hundred kilometers and has been traveling across the continent for at least a few weeks. Its origin is difficult to determine.
It must be coming from afar. None of the flora species that we've seen in this region could produce such amounts of pollen.
I do not think it could be a threat to our mission, but we can try to gather more data when the cloud reaches our base. Orbital scanning finished. We've located rich uranium deposits in a new planetary location. I have marked the rift jump coordinates on the orbital scanner interface. Ashley, I'm detecting large, fast-moving objects within the pollen cloud. They should be flying over our base in a moment.
Well, that certainly didn't look like pollen. Are you tracking these objects?
Affirmative. They should hit the ground close to our base. I logged the estimated landing location on your map.
Okay, let's see what it is.
Danger! Enemy creatures are closing in. Get ready to fight. Base is under attack.
One of our energy connectors has been destroyed.
One of our buildings was being destroyed.
An energy connector has been destroyed.
Base is under attack.
A building has been destroyed.
An energy connector has been destroyed. Destroyed. Base is under attack. A tower has been destroyed.
One of our buildings has been destroyed.
One of our energy connectors has been destroyed. There is a breach in our walls. Tower destroyed. One of our buildings was being destroyed.
Base is under attack.
One of our energy connectors has been destroyed.
Tower destroyed. One of our walls has been destroyed. A building has been destroyed.
base is under attack.
An energy connector has been destroyed.
Destroyed.
Wind is slowing down. The air is getting dense. A fog is forming up.
This fog is very dense. It's affecting the efficiency of our solar panels and wind turbines. Based on my calculations, it shouldn't last for long.
The fog is clearing up. This will make things easier for us.
Look at this strange vegetation. It clearly doesn't belong here.
This area must have been contaminated by one of those flying spores. It must be the source of this growth.
Yes, that sounds obvious. Let's see what we can learn from studying the macrospore in more detail.
We have to take a larger piece of this object and bring it to our alien laboratory to study it. A small sample will not be enough. I can transport the sample with the Megasuit's gravity modulator arm extension. Please bear in mind that if we rift jump while holding this object, it will not travel with us.
Okay, let's take a walk then.
This sample is safe within the force field, but it is going to deteriorate quite quickly if we drop it to the ground. Ashley, are you interested in this object out of pure scientific curiosity? Or are you seriously worried that it could pose a real threat?
Well, I guess both. I am still really excited about all of the magnificent wildlife that Okay, we delivered a huge chunk of the macrospore to the alien research lab. Let's see what it can tell us.
I have analyzed the pollen in the air and the macrospore sample. The first thing to note is that they were produced by two different species of fungi.
That's interesting. The fungi that produce those gigantic flying spores would have to be enormous. And the amount of biomass in that cloud is also quite astounding.
The next thing we have learned is that the large spores feed on the microscopic grains of the pollen cloud. They would not be able to fly very far without it.
An intriguing parasitic relationship. Can you tell me more about that large spore? How was it able to spread that growth around its landing site so quickly? Can it survive in this environment?
That flying object was a carrier vessel that contained multiple fungal spores, surrounded by a thick layer of hypernutritious resin-like substance and shielded by strong chitin walls. The organisms around the landing site used up the nutrients from the carrier vessel to develop very quickly. However, I am not certain if they will be able to survive in this environment, nor if they should be classified as a threat.
I'm not convinced about that. The fact that they're not trying to tear us apart with claws or beaks doesn't make them harmless. The sheer size of that spore cloud could make it dangerous. What if it starts to change the local ecosystem? What if it serves as a growth catalyst for the acidic yeast colonies that we've encountered? We can't just ignore this. We have to find where this cloud is coming from and determine if it is dangerous.
Now that we have analyzed the cloud's content, we can input that data to the planetary scanner to search for areas that can contain large amounts of biomass with similar element composition spectrum.
Let's look at biomes that can support large fungal colonies, potentially warm and with lots of water.
Affirmative. Further scans indicate an area that matches this query. It is a vast river delta located in the subtropical zone. The vegetation in that biome is very dense and strongly distinct from what we have seen in other parts of the planet. Its location suggests that it could be the source of the spore cloud.
Okay, that sounds good, Mr. Riggs. Please mark the location on the planetary scanner, and let's go to that fungal swamp as soon as we can.
It looks like the weather is calming down. Wind is getting slower. The wind is very slow today. Wind turbine efficiency is not going to be that great. Wind is picking up again. Power generation is back to normal. A new technology has been developed.
New blueprints are available for crafting. Research completed.